So, question, did your commission split strategy fail you? You know who I'm talking to. You guys that are 70, 80, 90, 95% came out of real estate school, gonna crush it. Hey, this is Jason Bramlett with Real Estate Speed School. So, digging in today, did that little commissions, split strategy fail you? Did you get into the real estate game thinking, man, I don't know nothing about this, but I know that if I can get the highest split, I'm going to make the most money? And then we fast forward down the road and oh my goodness, what happened? Nada. Because you figured out real quick 70, 80, 90, 95% of zeros, zero, right? So, this is a funny analogy or mindset, not really analogy, a funny mindset that we have, that we think that if we get the most of anything in the real estate world, that we're going to win the game. And it's kind of like the seller that thinks that they can get the lazy or the agent that doesn't believe in themselves to list their home for the least amount of money, that they're going to get the most amazing service, and everybody does the same thing. And you guys know that have been around. Um, I was just talking to one of my agents yesterday, and this guy he hates all real estate agents, and I'm like, well, what's his experience? Oh, he's always hired people for the cheapest amount of money. Well, duh, right? I mean, if you get people to do it for nothing, there's no money to invest in anything, and it's the cheapest thing. Of course, the experience is going to be horrific. I mean, think about Disney if they cut the ticket prices by the equivalent of 20 to 25%, which is or 30%, which is what a lot of real estate agents do just to get the business. I have nothing to offer you, Mr. Seller, at all, so I'll do it for less because I'm just worth less. And so just think about that from a Disney experience. You know, heck, you'd probably have to cook your own food. I mean, or it'd be hot dogs or whatever it would be, but it would not be the same Disney level experience because why? They wouldn't have the income and the cash flow to create the utopia. And real estate business is no different. When you do not charge appropriately, you cannot deliver high level service. You dang sure can't deliver it through other people and having employees and processes and the best tech and all that. Sure, you can sit at home at your kitchen table and work off a yellow pad, but what kind of experience is that? So let's get back to the commission split. So you thought you're going to win the game. Now you're in real estate. You've been in a year, 18 months, 3 years, whatever it is, and you realize that, man, this whole gimmick of this 80-20 with a cap or 70-30 with a cap is just garbage. Why? Because I don't got any freaking business. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what the commission split is. I mean, I've talked to agents, I'm like, I could have put you on 110% commission split and I wouldn't have lost a dime. Why? Because they don't know how to generate the business other than maybe a few college buddies, friends. They're going to use grandma as the guinea pig, but outside of family, they got nothing. And they have no network because they've never been in professional sales or business. It is my estimation that it takes somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 people that need to know you on a first name basis to build that empire up to where you have a sustainable, predictable, revenue generating real estate company or business. Most people aren't going to do that in 12 months. It takes a long time. And that's why the ones that last have done the best, because why? We've built that network. We have that engagement. So you got sucked in on the commission split deal. You realized it was just smoke and mirrors. It really doesn't even matter what your commission split is because, yeah, 100% of zero is still zero. So what to do now? Well, you need to take a step back. You need to get rid of your flipping ego, get all that out of the way. And everybody that's in real estate school right now, just own it that you don't know anything and you need to get help. How do you do that? You get with a coach, you get with a mentor. You get on a team, you get with somebody that can provide opportunity, business lead, systems, and strategy to you. And yes, the commission split is going to be lower. Why? Because there's a cost to doing the business. And so the team leader or the owner of that company gets a reward in profit because they're the ones that are willing to take the risk. They're spending the money with no guarantee. That's why they make more money. Hey, if you're wealthy, you want to dump a couple $100,000 a year into advertising, get yourself a high split, let her rip. Sounds great to me. But for most people, that's not an option. They have no money. They got into real estate. Most people got into real estate to escape. They wanted this myth of freedom. I want to be able to do. I don't want to be tied to the 9 to 5. I don't want the man to tell me what what I'm going to do. I want freedom to go and do whatever I want whenever I want. Great. It's kind of like the commission split. That doesn't freaking work either, because most people with no discipline, no time strategy, zero, make garbage money. How you produce high level income in sales, discipline. No different than any other high level sales field and or sports or whatever it is. If you're going to produce at a very, very high level, you are structured and disciplined, period. Nobody can dispute it. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people a year cycle through real estate. The ones that last are the ones that are the disciplined. The ones that got in to look at little pretty homes and do little showings, and they got in for the freedom to kind of feel like they're doing something, never make it. Just the bottom line. If you haven't figured that out, just stick around long enough, and when the cubicle next to you at the little big box, whatever you're at, goes empty, you'll be able to figure it out pretty quick. There's another one, another dreamer. I watched HGTV. I'm going to walk around and look at pretty homes, and everybody's happy, and it all happens in 23 minutes. It's not the case. You need to get on a team. You need to suck up your ego. I don't care. I mean, I know some people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and their commission split is 20%. 20% to the agent, 80% to the team leader company, and they make well over $100,000 a year. So you're focused on the wrong number. You got into real estate not knowing what to do, so you got sucked into that high commission split. Flip the question. If I wrote you a check for $10,000 every single month, do you care what your commission split is? Does it make any difference? Does it make any difference what the percentage is, as long as you're getting compensated in proportion to the work, effort, and energy that you're putting forward? It's kind of like most people's job they just left. You took the job for $80,000 a year with the understanding that XYZ was expected of you to perform to get the reward of the $80,000 a year. If you outperform that, typically you got a raised bonus or a promotion. Well, in real estate, it's the same thing. Those that do the most win the game. Those that do the most structured, disciplined, make the most money. It's no different. So ego in check, get rid of it. Get on a team, take a lower split. Why? Because you'll get leverage of systems, processes, training, and they'll provide business to you. Now, if they don't provide business to you, then you're on the wrong team. Dig into that. All right, this is Jason Bramlett, Real Estate Speed School, making it awesome day. The number one strategy I can give you for the day is dig in, learn, understand, and get structured in your day. Until next time.